prayers. Okay, so we are starting, but let's start with the vision first. I believe you can see my screen. Can everyone see my screen? If you can see my screen, go to the chat box and say yes. If you can see my screen, say yes. Let's start. Okay, great. I'm only seeing one person. Okay, great, great, great. So let's look at the vision once more, because sometimes some of us really don't know why we are here, and that's why most times we get carried away or we're doing the wrong thing. So this is our vision. So I want you to read along with me, okay? Let's go through the vision together. The vision of C21FG is to raise a financially free people who will help raise other financially free people. Our short-term goal is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy by the year 2024. Now, to create a family of millionaires who will use their monies collectively to affect the world. That is the vision of C21FG. So if you're doing anything outside this, you are not in the vision, okay? You're working against the vision. So without much said, it's a wonderful day. We all know that our business is about training. Our business is basically knowledge-based. What determines your success in this business is your level of skill, okay? By the grace of God, we'll have one of our finest, one of the finest in C21FG, a humble man, a humble person, one of the stars of stars, but of course, I won't be the one to introduce him today. Of course, I will allow my boss to do that. Boss, are you ready so that we can start running immediately? Our time.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. So, boss, over to you, sir. Please go ahead, okay, sir. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay. All right. On share your screen. All right. Okay. This is a major training and for us, and we're going to be doing this weekly. Now, without much ado, let's just run. We are starting off with one of the foundations of this business success. And there's no other person who is better qualified in the entire C21FG to deliver on this than the person who actually kind of was prompted. The vision was revealed to him, in one of the escapades of trying to get information and get to know what people are doing. And the concept of cell meeting was and he was the one that kind of announced it to C21FG, and then the Millionaire Mentor caught it, and everybody will run with it, and then the whole thing is here. So I want to call on one of the finest of our business in the entire Federation of Nigeria, and actually globally. In 2019, he rose from nowhere to become top 4, from nowhere, as top 4, yes, in 2019. And today, well, who knows, maybe top 2. So I'm calling on Dr. Elijah Mba to please do us the honor and talk to us and just train this team who is hungry. We are hungry to learn from you today. Dr. Elijah Mba, are you there, please? Kindly step up.
Wow. Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Let me just share my screen. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm excited to be with all of us, and I'm honored to be in this meeting chaired by the chair himself. Check out my rhymes. Chaired by the chair. A meeting chaired by the chair. If the chair does not chair a meeting, who will chair the meeting? I'm excited to be with you guys. I'm excited that Kerry reached out to me a couple of days ago, asking me to be part of this meeting, and I can never, capital letter, never say no to the chair. The chair was very instrumental by God to helping me become, and I'm honored to be here. Also, I want to acknowledge the presence of Jigida, 381 Jigida, Citoyen Jigida, also Ambassador, the architect, that's what we call him. So sometimes I might even forget his name, but it's Ambassador Chukwuemeka Uba, but we call him the architect. And I also want to recognize Pastor Ibrahim Sam, somebody that God also used at the beginning of this journey. We bonded together and started this whole stuff. We are going to jump right into this meeting, so that we can understand what this cell meeting is and why it is a big deal. And we're also pressed for time. This is already 8:33. I just finished a training session with the champions team. They had their retreat today at Hotel de Bentley. I was just driving down, just entered the office when the chair called me for a reminder to connect. So we're going to make the best use of our time here. So I need us to know that this training is not coming from convenience, it's coming from necessity. So it will not be okay if you are here and you are distracted. Okay, it will not be okay if you're here and you are distracted. A challenge I have with online cell meeting, especially that on WhatsApp, especially that on Zoom, is the fact that people can easily get distracted. If there's a button we can click right now and we can actually unmute everybody's video or show everybody's video, you'll be shocked at what people are doing right now in this meeting. Some persons left their phone somewhere, they are sleeping, some left their phone, they are doing nothing. That's a challenge to the social media online space. However, I'm going to proceed to this training, and by God's grace, those that is supposed to benefit will pay attention and get the most value. Okay, so I'm ready for you. If you're ready, type ready in the chat room. If you're ready, type ready in the chat room. If you're ready, type ready in the chat room. Type ready in the chat room. Yes, type ready, type ready. I can see you, Terry. I can see you, Ifeyinwa. I can see you, Peace. I can see you, Agnes, Saidu. Okay, good. So let's shoot. Why cell meeting? What is this thing about cell meeting? I'm talking on cell meeting as a critical factor for success in this business. Cell meeting has personally helped my business, and I cannot count my success without mentioning cell meeting. It's not possible. Cell meeting has also helped the whole of C2NFG, and I don't think we can count our success, document our success without cell meeting. Okay, why cell meeting? So I'll be discussing cell meeting as a critical factor for success. I'm going to try to rush and see if I can be done in 30 minutes. What's a cell? People say a cell is the basic structural and functional unit a group of persons coming together that has a structure to it and is functional. Okay, it has a structure to it and is functional. If it is not alive, it is not a cell. So it has to be alive for it to be a cell. Okay, it has to be alive for it to be a cell. So a cell is this basic functional structural unit of every living thing. Basic structural functional unit of every. I hope we got that good. So what does that mean? Our body is composed of cells. We have the red cell, the white cell, all kinds of cells. Cells communicate with each other in our foundation. Cells multiply. What does that mean? Cells are alive, and because of that, cells can die. Cells communicate with each other. Cells multiply. Cells are alive, and what does that mean? It also means that cells can die. Okay, cells can die. That is what it means. Okay. Okay, so as we build our cells, we have to take note of this. If your cell is not multiplying, it's already dying. You probably do not know yet, but it's already dying. It means your cell is not living. So as you run cell meetings, you should be intentional about making it multiply, making it stay alive, making it communicate with each other. Let's run. Why cell meeting? People did some research, big churches around the world, that's from where we're abstracted cell meetings. So for most of us here are Christians, the first time you heard cell meeting, you wonder, do we just join a new church? Some church call it care group. My church call it care group. Some call it house fellowship. Some call it home cell. Okay. For those of us that, the big churches in Nigeria, okay, just type the name of the big churches, and what they call that cell group, the name and what they call their cell group. So you see big churches all over Nigeria, all over the world. What name do they call their group? They all have cells. There is no very big church that does not have cells. It is almost impossible to build a very large group without breaking it down to cells. Almost impossible. So you see, because of this, a group of persons extrapolated it to this business and say, if we want to build a big team and be able to have a control and groom our business at the basic smallest units, we have to adopt the cell structure. Okay, so they started with the G12 movement, Theodore Fugger's Pro Church in Seoul. Okay, and that's why some churches are big, some are small. Pastors of big church have a system, and that's why they grow numerically. Okay, nobody feels uncared for. There is a structure that if there's a problem with somebody down the structure, the cell leader would know. From the cell leader in my church, we have a care group leader. From there, we have a coordinator. From there, we have a deacon, we have a pastor. So they filter issues at these different levels. So whatever is happening to anybody down the structure, everybody knows. Whatever information that has to be communicated from the head, it goes through the cells. So those that are not part of the cells actually are not part of the body. So if you are in this business and you are not always in cell meeting, you're not serious. Sorry, that's the nicest way I can put it. You're not serious. You're not serious. Okay? You're not serious because you are not going to run very fast in this business. If not for cell meeting, the COVID-19, God loves it, 1FG. God loves us. If not for cell meeting, the COVID-19 pandemic sit at home would have ended us. But because of cell meeting, we found ways to engage people even in that lockdown. Pastors of big churches have branches. Okay? Pastors of small churches are the ones without system. They have no formal training. Okay? And these are branches, and associate pastors run the branches. So, like in my group, Okay, I'm the leader of the group. We have unstoppable leaders, we have emerging leaders. From there, we now have cell group. So the structure should be promoted based on cell group, because I have a lot of emerging leaders that are just answering them. There's no group they are leading. So the structure should be promoted based on cell group leaders. Okay, cell group leaders. Let's proceed. Let's run. The key to success here is that you have to learn how to duplicate leaders fast. Because as your cell group duplicate, you have to have leaders there. As your cell group duplicate, you have to have leaders. Very quick, if you want to run very fast in this business, your first goal is to become a cell leader. By far, is for me one of the most valuable offices in C2NFJ right now, because it is the basic structure of the business. And once you become a cell group leader and you build, you must, by all means, start raising other cell leaders. And that is how you can duplicate very fast. So the key to success here is to duplicate leaders fast. Why? You cannot do this alone. You can't. Running alone is very slow. You have to equip your team in their first year so that you can run faster in your second year. You equip your team in their first year so that you can run faster in your second year. Okay, in my first year, by God's grace, we were able to equip the team. In my first year, I was unknown. By the second year, by God's grace, we were announced. Why? The team has been equipped. And after we were announced, we did not fall back down. We kept going. Why? Because of an equipped team. We were prepared before the announcement. Okay, so running alone is very slow, very slow, very slow. So the first thing is start building your team. Equip them. Let them know everything that they need to do. If you are able to achieve that from your second year, you can run very, very fast. Now, do not count your income in your first year. Want to be very fast? Focus on the leaders. By God's grace, I've been able to achieve a lot. But if you remove the leaders I've raised, they will not be, I will not be where I am today. Okay, so focus on your leaders in your first year. Do not count your income in your first year. Focus on your leader. And what is the fastest way to raise leaders? Through cell group. Okay, count the leaders you have built around you. That's what should be your comment. That's what you should be looking for. Count the leaders you have built around you. That is what should be your goal. How many leaders have I built around myself? That should be the goal. Okay, when you are working cell meeting, if you have to build this business. Now, this cell meeting a concept, I learned it from the East African leaders, from the East African team, you know, and they have cell meeting everywhere. Why did I become one? I heard about it. That's how God organizes things. I heard about it a little before going for that 2018. I think it was 2018 Philippines trip. I heard about it a little. They were still not very clear. But when I went to the Philippines and saw that 2 out of the top 20 came from East Africa. That's the first time somebody from Africa is entering the top 20. And it was not just one, there were 2. And they entered the top 20 in the world. And both of them were from the same team, East Africa. And the leader was the person that started this cell group. I said, no, I have to pay attention to what people are doing. Okay, so they are cell meeting every morning, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That's when they do cell meeting. Physical cell meeting, 7 a.m. I don't think I have pictures here of them. And they dress corporate, early morning, 7 a.m. They are at their cell meeting location. They wear suit and tie. 7 a.m. What we see now is a lot of persons that want to be successful. They pray, they work hard, they want to be successful. However, they are unwilling to put in the work. They pray, but they're willing to put in the work. They're willing to put in the discipline it takes. I was talking to my team the other day. I said, we should start doing, because we move most of our cell meeting online. I said, let's bring back the offline cell meeting. At least the COVID-19 is off, is no longer there. So those who can attend offline because you get more results from offline cell meeting. You get more results from offline cell meeting. And I said, let's start doing 7 a.m. And people were shouting, how do we do 7 a.m.? It's too early. It's too early. I said, what? You are not ready. You are not ready. You're not ready. We all want the big dreams. We want the big cars. We want the big houses. We want the big income. Our confession is the confession of a Maserati. Is the confession of a Lamborghini. Is the confession of a BMW, a Mercedes-Benz. Our work ethic is the work ethic of Keke. It's not gonna work, guys. Sorry, I want to save you. It's not gonna work. If you are ready, if you want it, you must pay the price. If you want it, you must pay the price for it. If you want it, you must pay the price for it. If you want to be celebrated, if you want to emerge, if you want to separate yourself from the crowd, eagles don't fly in group, they fly alone. If you want to do that, you must pay the price. You must be disciplined. You must be ready to do it. 7 a.m., these guys were doing cell meeting. Why 7 a.m.? Why not 8 p.m.? Why not 9 p.m. at least when people are back? So at least they have rested. Who wants to know? If you want to know, type Y in the chat room. Why? Why that early? Who wants to know? Why? It would have been easier if we are doing it in the evening now. At least you have gone to work, you are tired, you are back, you cannot relax and take some meeting. No! It has to be in the morning. Why? Because after you are fired up in the morning, you now have the opportunity to go and launch out. You are fired up, you are motivated, you can go and start doing prospecting and all that. It is less productive when you finish getting the fire in the night, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and you go and sleep it off. Wake up the next morning, morale is gone. Okay? So they do this every morning. Why did it catch my attention? 2 out of them made it to the top 20 in the world. I became curious. I became curious. How were they able to do it? Why 7 a.m.? Why are they not doing it by 8? When we came back from the Philippines, we decided to start house. I'm going to explain why 7 a.m. and why not 8. Though now some people do 8. So you can do 7, you can do 8. I'm going to explain the why. So after the cell meeting story, I became interested because somebody's name kept ringing in my ears. Elias Mosey, cell meeting. So I was looking forward to see this guy. So at that 2018 recognition, top 20 in the world, there was a rumor that Elias Mosey would make it into the top 20. So they started the top 20 recognition. I was looking out for him. They called number 20, they didn't call him. Number 19, they didn't call him. 18, no. 17, 16, 15. I said, maybe this guy did not finally make it into the top 20. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I said, it's not possible. It's not possible that he made it into the top 20. He entered top 10, then they called top 9. And the top 9 was his downline, or more. I said, wait. That was when the whole atmosphere charged up. His people were jumping up and all over the place. they knew it was definitely more than top 9 because they knew how much both of them were earning. And eventually this young man emerged as the top. And eventually this young man emerged as the top 5 in the world. And then I became more curious. I started asking questions. Who is this man? What has he achieved? How did he do it? How was he able to pull this off? And that was when I started trying to find out his income level, what he was doing. And this is it. Okay, this is it. That in 3 years plus, he has done an accumulated income of $1 million US. The month before the recognition, 2 months before the recognition, his average monthly income was $50,000. The Duncan was doing $40,000. At that time, I was doing 100K, 1,000 Naira though. And how did they do this? They were having cell meetings every day. They were leveraging already. They had 70,000 downlines in 3.5 years. And I promised myself I was going to pass it by God's grace. Why every day? What is the importance of cell meeting every day? First of all, when we came back, we launched ours immediately. And guess who can guess in the chat room what time we're doing our own cell meeting? Who can guess in the chat room? When we started cell meeting, when I started cell meeting, who can guess what time I was doing it? When I started cell meeting, who can guess what time I was doing it? Can guess what time I was doing it? In Abuja. Aha. 6:30 a.m. Now I'm going to answer a question somebody posted in the chat room earlier. 6:30 a.m. was when we were doing it. At the office, 6:30 a.m. we're already there, we are seated. I'm going to tell us why and use that to answer the question somebody has posted in the chat room. Why 6:30 a.m.? Why 7 a.m.? A lot of us were still working. At that time, I was still working and I was looking for a way to come in full time. But before then, we had to finish cell meeting and still go to work. Now, if you say 8 a.m., you roll out those people that are going to work completely. They cannot be part of the cell meeting. Because if they have to appear for physical cell meeting by 8 a.m., it means they cannot go for cell meeting. They can't work. Okay? So they can't go to work. So we say 6:30 a.m. So when we're running from 6:30 to 7:30, those of us that are going to work could still go to work. So you can see all of us here. This was around 6:30 a.m. You can see this a picture I took. This was maybe around 7 a.m. I think we just finished cell meeting. This was maybe around 7 a.m. or thereabouts. We just finished cell meeting. You can see it is still dark. This was in Suite 19, Sharon Plaza. The place was not very bright. There was no NEPA lights. The place was seemingly dark. We were still doing our cell meeting. We opened the door so that some small lights can be coming in and we can use it to see while we are reading from our scripts. Okay, 6:30 a.m. Eventually, we had to change it to 7 a.m. Why? Because the security men kept complaining that the plaza does not open before 7. We were hungry. We were passionate. We were ready to destroy all kinds of excuses and follow through with this cell meeting. And that is why we're able to make it. I was staying in Wuse to then, but I would always get to Sharon Plaza before 6:30 until they started complaining that it's too early. So we moved it to 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. we are done with cell meeting. Those are going to work and go to work. Okay? Those are going to work can go to work. Okay? Then as you're going to work, you're already fired up to go and unleash what you have learned. Okay? Fiscal cell meeting. not on Zoom. Physical cell meeting, not on Zoom. So what does that mean? To be at the venue of the cell meeting by 6:30 a.m., some of us must have left our houses by 5:30 a.m. That's the price we paid to get to where we are today. Now it is even easier. You can attend cell meeting from the comfort of your house by just clicking a button. You can, in fact, you can just wake up by 7 and just click a button. And some of us actually do that. Wake up by 7, click a button, and we'll go back to sleep. But if you are going to get the full benefit from cell meeting, you have to stay awake when you do that. Why must it be daily? I was curious, asking questions. So why must it be daily? Why not once a week? The purpose of cell meeting is to fast track the growth in the business. Somebody should type fast in the chat room, type fast. It's to make growth faster. What does that mean? What would have taken Millionaire School is once a week. So if we are doing Millionaire School once a week, what would have done in 5 weeks in Millionaire School? In cell meeting, you can do it in 1 week. What does that mean? What would have taken 5 months to be done in Millionaire School? In cell meeting, you can finish it in a month. So it means a growth that would have taken 5 years. Somebody that is attending cell meeting can achieve it in 1 year. And that's why they were able to run very fast. And that's why a lot of us that are seriously promoting cell meeting are able to run very fast. Why? The training that you do once a week, you are not doing it every day. Every day. So people learn fast and they move fast. We move. Let's move. Let me rush now. At least I've given us a basic understanding. So what is cell meeting? In cell meeting, the upline gathers the directs and business partners daily, and they meet daily for those that want to run fast. You don't have to do it. If you want to run fast, you have to be disciplined to do it. You have to separate yourself from the crowd. When people start to complain about something that I believe is necessary, I'm happy because it means I can separate myself from the crowd by getting the discipline, putting in the work, and doing that thing a lot of people are willing to do. Now, the upline gathers the directs, downlines, business partners every day. The upline has prepared materials we call scripts. So you have scripts. Now, a lot of us use videos, a lot of us use textbook. You can choose anyone you want to do. The leaders will decide that of the team. And these scripts will be discussed in the cell meeting. The cell is a daily skills training, not weekly, not monthly. I've already dealt with that. Okay? Daily skills training. It begins small. 3 to 4 connectors. Now with Zoom, we can't do 3 to 4 connectors. We have to do a general, some people have more persons in the house. And the benchmark right now is about 150, 30, they're about 30 benchmark. Once it's more than 30, you should be looking at splitting on Zoom. Okay, but physical meetings, after the general training, the group should be broken into cells of 3 to 4 persons so that everybody has a chance to have a conversation and share their idea on what is being reviewed. If it is done in a house of 100 or a house of 50, a house of 20 or even 30, some persons can hide behind other people and they will never share. Okay, so they will not pay attention to the training and you will never know. So that's why it has to be broken into these small groups so that everybody is carried along, everybody is heard. Okay, non-connectors are not allowed. Okay, it goes daily in knowledge, in skills, in script, and new members. And you must decide that your cell meeting number must not remain the same every week. It must not. If it's remaining the same, then there's a problem. As you are going tomorrow, somebody should join you. Or at the end of 1 week, somebody should be joining you. At least somebody should be joining you because people are signing up into your business on the go. And if they are signing up into your business on the go and your cell meeting attendance is not increasing, what that means is that there's a problem with your onboarding process and people do not understand the need for cell meeting. Now, because it's a smaller group, everybody has a chance to talk and everybody has a chance to learn or to listen. In the start team, in the 381, if 381 is doing a joint event, a lot of persons will not see that stage. They won't go close to the stage. We'll not even know the capacity, what they have, the potential they have. But from cell meeting, they can be fished out and they can have a chance at the big stage. Okay? Now, the upline facilitates and does not talk for the whole time. When you're managing cell meeting, the upline facilitates and does not talk for the whole time. The upline checks the capability of the members to speak as well as to listen well. Okay? So the person, whoever is in charge of the cell meeting group is the one that is facilitating. It doesn't talk all the time. Facilitate, ask questions, people answer, people bring up their suggestion. You check the capacity of some persons to speak and as well as to listen. Some are quick talkers, they want to talk and dominate the day. Some we want to keep quiet and let nobody even know they are there. The upline does, the cell leader does some moderation there. Those that like to talk often, let them talk, but still try to control them a little. Those that do not want to talk, give them a chance to talk. And when the group is smaller, they have no choice. They just know they have to talk. They can't hide. Okay. The daily attendance is a test of commitment, punctuality, and seriousness in the business. If you say you are serious, you want to build a 7-figure income in the next 1, 2, 3 years, and you are not consistently attending cell meeting and on time, you're not serious. You're not serious. You're not serious. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. The cell meeting is a test of relationship. If they can work together, then they can be the team. If they can work together, then they can be the team. Okay. There you learn to tolerate other people's imperfections. You're able to relate with human beings more. You see people coming from different walks of life. You can manage them better. You can properly manage a team when you start to grow a team. Let's run. Let's run. I've done more than 30 minutes. I should be rounding up now. How important is the cell group meeting in building your network fast? When you do cell meetings correctly, people learn fast. People learn fast. You can be very intentional about, you can start with the basic 5 books that we have in C2 and FG right now that we recommend from IPO, GoPro, Prospecting Rules, Business of the 21st Century, Compound Effect, your first network marketing. And you can start reviewing them chapter, page by page from the beginning. And in the next 2, 3, 4 months, based on cell meeting plan, everybody would have gone through those books. I can guarantee you that some of us say that are 2, 3 years in this business, we've not gone through all those 3 books, even though we know that they're important. Cell meeting, make sure you go through them. So when you do cell meeting correctly, your people learn very fast. Number 2, when you execute well, your people's questions are answered every day. You understand that at the end of physical cell meeting, you can actually ask people questions. Okay, you can actually engage and know what people are doing, what people are not doing. You can, do that, interact with other persons. Some persons might share their own personal experience during the cell meeting. Well, when I was prospecting, this is what I encountered. I did this and this and this, and I got some progress. And you're encountering the same challenge. You can ask the person, please guide me. How did you do yours? It is easier with physical, it's easier with physical cell meeting, but if you can do Zoom cell meeting, no problem, go ahead. What is worse is that you're not doing cell meeting. Okay? Your cell group meeting, we add new members every day. If you are doing this, your cell group meeting, we add new members every day. Now, your meeting daily allows your leader to communicate and work together well. Once you develop new cell group leaders, more cells will be produced. So once you are the cell group leader, you must have an assistant cell group leader. Once you cross 30, that group should divide. Online though, if it's offline, you can choose a lower number. You can choose 6, you can choose 10. Once it crosses that number, that group should divide so that nobody can hide behind any other person. We can all engage ourselves. Okay, the cell group system is duplicable, very duplicable, and that's the goal. So if right now as we are speaking, you guys have about 10 cell groups, by the end of this year, you should be looking at having nothing less than 40. You should have duplicated like twice if you follow it aggressively. And when that happens, what is actually happening is that your business is going very, very fast, at a fast rate. Okay, let's rush, let's run. Now, who writes the script? We say we'll be using scripts for semi-time. Who writes the script and how? The cell leader with his core business leaders writes the scripts. Okay, now I can start at the level of your leaders, but the sales leader and the core business leaders write the script. Begin with the 5 points in system in network marketing: prospecting, inviting, presenting, closing, follow-up. You can choose to add the getting new distributors started and promoting events, but this is the core of network marketing. So the ground up and the core leaders will continue to write more scripts and document them. So when you write more scripts, you stack them, When you finish the scripts, you go through everything again. That's what submitting is. You keep going through everything again, because as you are doing, some new persons are joining your business. So over every 3 or 4 months, you go through everything again. You go through everything again. Those who have listened to it before, they get to a point where they start to master them. Those that are new can get to learn them. Okay, every 3 to 4 months, you go through everything again. One good thing is there's not so much you can learn. There's not so much information in the world. If you've gone through 5, 6, 7 productive books on business, the chances are good that when you pick any other book, what you are going to find is already discussed in these books. Okay, so what is the importance of these scripts? All salesmen have scripts. All salesmen have scripts. All salesmen have scripts. So this script should be taught during sales meeting. Welcome scripts, invitation scripts, booking scripts, home run scripts. All this should be taught, discussed, the psychology understood properly, and follow-up scripts and all that. All salesmen have scripts. You guys can even start coming up with scripts for the rich, scripts for the influential, scripts for corporate, scripts for the ladies. We have the Amazon project that appeals to the ladies, script for the doctors, professionals, and all that. Scripts that will sell to the Amazons might not sell to the doctors. Script that will sell to the doctor might not sell to the businessman. So you come up with scripts. So the leaders will be saddled with the responsibility of developing scripts, and these scripts are discussed during sales meeting. We sell 2 things here. We sell 2 things. We sell excellent products and awesome business opportunity. Okay, so we are salesmen here. Okay, even though we don't focus on product sales, if there's no product, there'll be no business. So we sell the business opportunity. We sell a future that is possible, that people can have if they follow our mentorship. That's what we sell. All successful network marketing leaders know what to say to anybody they meet. Scripts differ from warm and for cold market, and all this are learned in sales meeting. You have more time to discuss this, not just one training in a week. Script differs for new and old people in network marketing. Script differs for businessmen, students, and pastors. Okay, when one uses wrong script, you do not produce the right results. So you see people that have done this business for 1 year, they have few or no business partners. Why? Because they are not, they don't use the right script. And you'll not be able to use the right script if you are not attending sales meeting, because every morning your knowledge is renewed, your experience is renewed. So sales meeting is a must for whoever wants to move to the next level. Okay, so people have done the business for 1 year, no big income. They have done 1 year, they are still a distributor. They've not even rack advance. 1 year and they are still alone in their business. 1 year and no results. This should not be so. Okay, it should not be so. So if you want to move your business to the next level, okay, you must be intentional with sales meeting. Where do we get some of these scripts from? I've given us some books that we can get to know. GoPro already, your first network marketing, magnetic sponsoring. You can look at this. Get the team and translate it into the language of the area where you operate your business. Okay. Additional notes: sales meeting must be done consistently. So you are choosing 7 a.m., then it has to be 7 a.m. If you are choosing 8 a.m., then it has to be 8 a.m. You cannot change the time. You cannot change the time. Changing the time will confuse people. You cannot change the venue just like that. So once you start at a venue, you must continue that venue for a very long period of time. And you see our chant, I have a heart of gold, a heart that cares for the success of other persons. You have to write it at the end of your sales meeting. Everybody must read it. Everybody must read it. You can use videos of the 5 core keys. You can use books of the 5 core keys. But If you are attending cell meeting, what your people will learn in 5 weeks, they can learn in 1 week, and you can have a very fast business. I was able to build my business with cell meeting. I was able to get my teammates to see the bigger vision with cell meeting. When Dr. Tony connected to the opportunity, they never missed cell meeting 7 a.m. If I want to divide it to 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., most of the top leaders said, no, they cannot attend 8 a.m. They will continue to attend 7 a.m. So you see, 7 a.m. was packed out. 8 a.m. you have scanty people. And guess what? The people that were attending 7 a.m., they had better results. Why? Not because we are training on something different during 7 a.m. We have people that have decided to put away sleep. They decided to leave their comfort zone to be there at that time. They're not looking for convenience. They're not looking for convenience. They saw it as a necessity. So if it is 7 a.m., there's 7 a.m. I want to do cell meeting from 7 to 8. Guess what? You have 4 hours from 8 to 12 to do booking like mad. By 12, when other people are resuming work, you are done for the day. You rest for 1 hour. Use 1 other hour, go and do close down. You know, you have another 1 hour for your personal development hour. Then you have time to do follow-up and all that. And your day is done. You start your day on a high. Okay, so 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. daily. Okay, for cell meeting. So guys, if you have been joking with cell meeting, it's your time to repent. If you have been joking with cell meeting, this is your time to repent. If you have been joking with cell meeting, it's your time to repent. Except, of course, you don't mind it taking you 7 years to enter 7 figures. Then it's okay, it's fine by me. You don't mind it taking you 5 years, 6 years to enter 7 figures. It's fine by me. If you want to achieve it in a short period of time, it has to be through cell meeting. Ambassador Moses, one of my mentees, built his business through cell meeting. They were going every day to UNEC in the morning because they didn't have an office. They trek all the way to UNEC every morning for cell meeting. Within 1 year, it was the top 23 ISN. Tony never missed cell meeting, never. As a matter of fact, within 1 month, he became the cell meeting leader. He always had the keys. He was always there before 7. That discipline. And today, he's one of the top highest e-commerce in the whole of M Global Nigeria. If you want to separate yourself from the crowd, there's a price to be paid. If you pay the price, you can get the prize. If you pay the price, P-R-I-C-E, you can get the prize, the P-R-I-Z-E. You see, I have this on iPhone. It's an iPhone 12 Pro Max. This a Journey. I believe you can see it. This is a Samsung Fold. Guys.
If you stop your share, you can see. Don't know.
I don't
think can't even see.
Okay. Now, look at this very well. Look at this very well. Stay with me. I'm going to show you something. 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 Okay, good. If you have 70, 80K in the market, you get this phone. On the average, you get this phone. If you go where they sell this phone with 70 or 80K, they'll chase you out of that place. If you want this price, P-R-I-Z-E, you must be willing to pay a bigger price, P-R-I-C-E. If you have 800K, you get this phone. On the average, you get this phone. If you go where they are selling this phone with 800K, you won't get it. But if you go where they are selling this phone with 800K, you buy plenty, up to 10. If you have over $1 million, you can get this phone. The question is, which phone do you want? The question is, how fast do you want your success? The question is, are you tired of crawling? or you are comfortable. The question is, how many years do you want it to take you to get to financial freedom? It can take you 2 years. We say 2 to 4 years. But some of us say, no, we want one in 5 years. Some say we want it in 6 years. Some say we want 7 years, 8 years. Okay? Somebody might be saying now, no, I don't want my own in 8 years. Dr. Mba, what do you mean? I want my own as fast as possible. It's not by saying it. It's not by saying it. It's by what are you doing? Are you putting in the work ethic that will give you your own in 1, 2, 3 years like you claim? Are you putting in the work ethic that will give you yours in 2, 3, 4 years? You see, when we decided to go all in, it was obvious that these guys did not come here to play. It was very, very obvious. We decided to separate ourselves from the crowd. Do you have the work ethic of a Keke Napep and you are hoping to buy a Mercedes-Benz like the one of your Jirida? Sir, I love your car. I claim it. I possess it. Do you have the work ethic of a GLE 350? Because if you don't have it, you cannot get it. Les Brown said, he said, if you want the small price, PRIZE, you should be willing to pay the small price, PRICE. He said, if you pay the medium price, PRICE, you get the medium price, PRIZE. He said, but if you pay the great price, PRICE, you get the great price, PRIZE. He said, if you are in doubt, go and ask Jesus. For what he wanted, he knew the price he had to pay. Are you ready to move? Are you ready? Are you tired of crawling? There's a price to be paid. If it will take me, when I saw it in Philippines, I made a promise to myself. If it will take me to wake up 1 hour earlier, 2 hours earlier to separate myself from the crowd, I was going to do it. If it were going to take me to wake up 1 hour earlier, 2 hours earlier to achieve this financial freedom, I was going to do it. I was tired of seeing things I love and will not be able to buy it. I was tired. Are you not tired of going to a supermarket? Are you not tired of going to a restaurant and when you want to buy food, when you want to buy, you are making your decisions based on what is on the right, instead of making your decision based on what is on the left. On the left, you have the food, you have the menu, the options. On the right, you have the bill. It's time to eat. You are eating the amount that you can afford, or instead of eating what you like. Are you not tired? Is it easy to wake up early in the morning and start doing all this? No, it is not. But they say, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of your hands to sleep, so your own poverty will come. It's like, from my own understanding, everybody has their poverty assigned to them. Waiting, my poverty is tired. He has waited for me. He don't see me. He's looking for somebody to attack. He said, who do I attack? Maybe it's Benka Onguchuku. I'm going to attack Engineer Ahmed Abungai or Dora. Okay? Or T1C. It says, so shall your poverty come like an armed bandit. Now, some of us understand what banditry is now by just what we are hearing. It just come, you know. You are not planning for it. It just happened to you. It just happened to you. You can separate yourself today. Decide that you are not only going to start attending cell meeting. You're going to distinguish yourself. You're going to become a cell leader. And if your team has to do cell leader of the year, it has to be you. And when you become a cell leader, you have to start raising cell leaders. See, the moment you start raising cell leaders, I guarantee the moment you have one cell leader on 5 different legs, you become a monthly millionaire. Very easy. How many of us do not have need of an extra 1 million? Even me, if you give me extra 1 million now, I will take it and pray for you that God will bless you. Guys, separate yourself from the crowd. Or are you not tired? Are you not tired? If you are tired, type I'm tired. Somebody say, I will try. No, you are not ready. No, it's not try. We're not trying here. No, We're not trying here. It's not to try you. No, the poverty that is attacking I Can't Bandit is not coming to try. It's coming to attack. It's not coming to try. If you are tired, you can change the narrative. You can change the narrative and you can separate yourself from the crowd. And just like I have emerged, just like a lot of top leaders have emerged, you too can emerge. You too can emerge. You too can emerge. Congratulations to those that are going to take this advice and this training very seriously. Congratulations to those that are going to put away their comfort, that bed that has kept them poor. Congratulations to those that are not waiting until there's an emergency that threatens their life or the life of people that they care about before they wake up. Congratulations to those that are going to be the first set of persons to attend cell meeting tomorrow morning and continue with the same momentum and work at raising other cell leaders to become free. Congratulations to those that wish to emerge, that are going to work towards it. I'll look forward to celebrating you at the top. God bless you. Have a good night rest. Boss, the stage is yours, sir. Except, of course, if you have any questions, I will be able to take it before I leave.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. But I just got some insights on this summit. I told you that this is the gentleman who saw the vision, who received cell meeting concept and actually taught it to the entire C21MG. I don't know if there is a question or if there is a, before he leaves, so that we can close the meeting. Ambassador Emeka, do you have a redirect or something to say before I let him go?
Well, that is quite explosive. The Phenom himself, thank you very much. I know you cannot never do less. Thank you very much. You are an encouragement to most of us and to so many people here. You know that you were coming alone was like, well, I must say we have not had this kind of number in our meeting, but thank God it happened today. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate you. We appreciate you. Well done with the good job you're doing. Okay, like Boss said, if anybody has any question to ask, I think somebody's asking question here. Somebody's asking question. Is it okay to tell a new downline to come to cell meeting after QSG? That's Terry Chinonso. Is it okay to tell a new downline to come to cell meeting after QSG? Phenom.
Wow, okay, thank you very much, the architect. I think that's the name that has stuck. Yes. So the one and only architect, thank you very much for that. And I'm glad to have been with us today. Terry Chinon, so your question is, you know, there's a way to it. I will just say what I would do. Okay, I'll say what I would do and the reason I would do that. When people join your business, sincerely, they do not want to work. That's not why they are there. They're not ready to work. If you overwhelm them, if you make them feel like, guy, as you've come from tomorrow, you start to attend one meeting every morning, you say, you know, tell us, say, in our school will come. No, there's going to be serious attrition in your business. In my opinion, I do not introduce people to cell meeting immediately. Okay, I don't introduce them to cell meeting immediately. When they come on board, first of all, I would get them to start to be part of the incubator platform. And when I'm even getting them to be part of the incubator platform, you have to apply some wisdom. You don't just add them there without priming them or prepping them. You just ask somebody just signs up today, you add the person into incubator platform. The person is hearing your first year network marketing. The person is hearing write 35 contacts. The person is hearing this also and so thing by Dr. Victor. What's also and so by Dr. Victor. You have a quiz on Saturday. Say, I've been doing things now before I came here. These people, this work I think is too much. I might not be able to do it, and the person will just quietly disappear. So you have to prime them. Okay, so it's the same concept, the same mindset when it comes to adding people for cell meeting. So when somebody comes on board, first of all, add the person to incubator platform. Tell them that if you want to run very, very fast in this business, there's a platform called the incubator platform for those who want to run very, very, very fast. However, if you don't want to be in the incubator platform, you can still do your business normally. But those who are in a race, they want to hit their target very quickly and become millionaires very, very fast. There's a platform for them. That platform is going to engage you for 30 days. That's how you separate yourself from the crowd. It's going to engage you for 30 days. So if you want, I can add you there. If you don't want, you can continue to follow the normal platform. What do you think people usually say when I ask them that question? What do you think they usually say? Post in the chat room. Let me hear what you think they usually say when I ask them that question. If you want, I can add you there. It's going to stress you for 30 days, but it's going to help you run faster. They say they want. Now, once they say they want, when they enter the platform, they've already marked 30 days. As they are receiving all the bombarding, they are fine with it. It's 30 days. We're going to write it down 4 times 30 days. After 30 days, all this is over. It will help me run faster. If I did not tell them and they appear in a platform and they are hearing, you have not done this, you did not do this, you have not done that, you did not did that, hey, they're going to quit on you. Now, when that happens, and I tell them, we have a training we do once a week. This one, I will tell everybody this thing. We have a training we do once a week. It's called the Millionaire School. Yeah, you see those that are already successful in the business. They come, they share their stories with you on how they were able to achieve that goal. It's called the Millionaire School. Okay, so I'll send you the link. It's once a week. You can join it. Try and join it. So at least you can learn from all these people. Now, they'll join Millionaire School. It's not a problem. As they are attending Millionaire School, chances are good that somebody might train on cell meeting. Okay, so it's not coming from you. Chances are good that when they are coming around, they might encounter somebody that will talk about cell meeting. But if that does not happen, after about 2 weeks, also seeing the person's feedback or seeing that, this person has gotten 1 downline or 2 downlines, say, well, there's one special meeting we do in the morning, though. It's not for everybody. One special meeting we do in the morning, not for everybody, is a session where we meet with the top leaders. It's called the cell meeting. It's for a select few, for the inner caucus. You can choose to be part of. You can just give it a shot. Attend one and just see if it's something. Attend one first. Now, if the person attends cell meeting, the average person that I have made attended cell meeting even once. From what they pick from that cell meeting, they want to attend the next one. From the value they pick, on the average, they want to attend the next one. So you've gradually introduced them to cell meeting. But if they finish IPO QSG, you dump them in cell meeting, they'll quit your business. That's what I think. Because they don't want to work, they don't want to be overwhelmed. If you make them feel this thing is hard, sorry, you're on your own. Okay? Hope I've answered your question. Any other question? What is a situation where one's upline refuses to attend cell meeting? It is discouraging. Please, what do you advise? Yeah. Did you sign into the business because of your upline? When you encash, will the money go to your upline? When you succeed, is it your upline that will collect the money? I don't even know where my upline is as I'm talking to you now. I don't know whether it's in this meeting or it's not in this meeting. If I was waiting for my upline to encourage me, I will not be here today. If I was waiting for my upline to even join cell meeting to now, so that I'll not be encouraged. If your upline's attitude to the business is discouraging you, that your upline did not attend cell meeting, you are discouraged. Ha! While are they? It means you are not here for yourself. You don't have a will of your own. Okay, you should have a will of your own. To the point that if your upline even calls you and say, please don't attend cell meeting, I don't care about the cell meeting. You first of all look at your upline and say, wait, to you, okay, how much are you earning? I've not made money this month. What of last month? I've not really made money. This thing, I think is whatever is scam. Sorry, I dragged you into the business. I'm not interested again. Say, wait, Dr. Ba say I should attend cell meeting. He's doing well in the business. Ambassador doesn't say I should attend cell meeting. He's doing well in business. The architect says so. It's you that have not made money. You're the one coming to tell me not to attend cell meeting. Get behind me, Satan. If you can add that one to it. Get behind me. Who wants your opinion on this matter? You are not successful. You are coming to advise me. The people that are successful are telling me what to do. So what are your upline is doing? Does it affect you? No, please. Don't think. You don't need that person. You don't need that person that's not serious in the business. Even if they come openly to you and tell you that you should not do it, and they are the ones that even brought you in, and they are not successful, Kai, you should distance yourself from that person very, very quickly. Any other question? I think I'll take one more question and run away.
Yeah.
One more question and run away. Boss, please, you choose the last question I'll answer because they are plenty, so you choose so that it will not be me that we hold.
Someone said, which ways? Which ways? Nkiru, I don't know if you are there. I didn't. Nkiru, you said something. Let me see. Can I get you? What did you say?
I can read it. I can see it.
Okay. Read the question.
Nkiru, I said, which ways can one use to make cell meeting attractive, especially to new downliners?
Well, for me, when somebody starts coming to cell meeting, you welcome the person. That's why it's a smaller group. You welcome the person, introduce the person to everybody. I am Dr. Mba, this is Ambassador Doze, this is the architect. In that small cell meeting group, you people become friends, become like it says the single basic structural functional unit. So people form a unit. So what does that mean? At the end of that cell meeting, first of all, value. The person needs to get value from that cell meeting. A person knows that I cannot miss cell meeting. And the average training you will do, any of the training, the person will definitely learn something from it. Our business is so wonderful. Secondly, from that meeting, the person already has one friend now. By that introduction, people go to church because if they don't go, somebody will ask after them. A lot of people, yes. If nobody will ask, you will just disappear. A lot of people that are in units. If the person attends cell meeting today, the person does not attend cell meeting tomorrow, and you are the leader of the group, let everybody call the person. You put about 5. This person calls the person, sends message. What happened? Today we did not see you. Hope you are fine. What is happening? The other person is calling. What is happening? Today we did not see you. Is this okay? Are you okay? This person is calling. Before 5 people call the person. Tomorrow he doesn't want people to call him again. He will come and sit down. He will come and sit down with the meeting. Besides, people like to go to where they are valued, where they are appreciated. And if the person has been working for how many years, and then nobody even sends him when he doesn't come to work, instead he eats query, then the person comes late for cell meeting, person misses cell meeting, everybody is checking on the person wants to be there, and the person gets value. You can keep newer people. People want to be in a place where they are loved. Okay, and when they are cared for, and when people send them. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Mba. Thank you very much. I will approach you also for some other things. There are some things you said here. I will approach you also for some of them. Thank you very much. This is an eye-opener. Now, the cell meeting is non-negotiable for anybody who is serious with the business. The trainings and the mentorship there will help you to get knowledge. And then your team members will learn faster from the cell meeting. Iron sharpened iron in a group. Now, mostly we have a lot of Zoom cell meetings. Now, for the offices, we have offices all over the place. The leaders, unstoppable leaders, should share the work. Unstoppable leaders should engage in a physical cell meeting, so that people will not miss, maybe those that may not be able to attend Zoom will attend physical. Dr. Eliku does a massive physical cell meeting, although once in a week. I think Loveland also does. But the concept of cell, if you heard it, it is not alive. It cannot be a cell. If it's not alive, it's not a cell. The cell has to duplicate, and cells can die. And when the cell is not duplicating, when there's not much more people, then it is actually dying. There's no growth about it. Okay, so thank you very much for this. We'll close the meeting now. We'll close the meeting now, and we'll close the meeting now. Champion Eagle can deactivate the